Welcome to Garden Savvy. In this tutorial, we will be covering the basics of Hortisketch. Hortisketch is an integrated garden planner and growing calendar designed to simplify your gardening life. It takes the guessing game out of designing a layout and knowing when to sow, grow, and harvest. You can create anything from a rough design to a duplicate of your garden. When you first enter Hortisketch, you'll be prompted to name your garden plan, select a landscape type, and enter your property's dimensions. You can set the entire canvas to have a grass, dirt, or desert background. There is also a blank canvas option for more creative freedom. Hortisketch works best with actual dimensions, so we recommend using accurate measurements for length and width when defining your property or garden bed. Let's go over the basics. The center of the screen contains the landscape canvas you just created. Items can only be placed on your working canvas area. Use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. If you are on a laptop, you can pinch the trackpad to zoom, just like how you zoom on a smartphone. The rulers will scale based on the dimensions of your property. Left-click on the screen and drag to move the canvas viewer. The same applies to moving icons. Along the top, you can find buttons to create new plans, open existing plans, print your plans, undo or redo actions, and access settings. In settings, you can adjust the grid, rulers, or change your property dimensions. You may have noticed there is no Save button. Hortisketch automatically saves all of your actions, so there is no need to worry. Next, you can toggle your designing mode to either planning mode or live mode. We will cover live mode in more detail later in this tutorial. For now, we recommend you keep it set to planning mode while designing your layout. Next, you can access the growing calendar, which updates based on your zip code and the plants you place on the canvas. Lastly, here you will find a Notes tab for jotting down any gardening notes. On the left side of the screen, you can access the Icon Selector dropdown. Icons with a P next to it are perennial. Hortisketch has numerous icons, so it's easy to design your house, pavements, decor, vegetables, flowers, trees, and more. Don't see an icon you need? Send us a suggestion email. Now let's move on to design. To start, click, drag, and drop the icon onto the canvas. When you click on any icon, a data menu will appear on the top right, and vertices will appear around the icon. You can click on the vertex dots to scale or rotate an item. If you click on an icon, such as a table, house, or pathing, you will see the dimensions of that object. As you scale an icon, these dimensions will change, and you can use these dimensions to accurately place your home, a pool, pavements, trees, or other bits of decor. You can also duplicate or delete the item from the canvas from this menu. When selecting a plant, more information is available to you in the data menu. Not only can you see the length and width of the required growing area, but recommended growing spacing, row spacing, pathing information, planting depth, the quantity of plants able to fit in that space, the number of rows, plants per row, and when you planted it. As I scale the plant, you can see the numbers update. You can also enter the exact number of plants and rows you want into this data menu. If you try to place a plant too close to one another, a warning will appear letting you know that they are conflicting with the amount of growing space required. Here is an example of a fully designed property and garden created to scale. With a fully planted garden, you can now click over to the growing calendar to see estimated sow, grow, and harvest times. You may notice some of the bars on the calendar overlap to account for the range of planting dates. By waving over the calendar bars, you will see pertinent information for each plant as well as the recommended amount of growing time required before harvesting a vegetable or blooming time of a flower. You can also change the growing zone, and it will update the calendar information. In the bottom right corner, you can select the Expand icon for a full screen view of the calendar. Now let's look at the differences between planning mode and live mode. Planning mode is intended for designing a garden. Live mode is meant to accurately reflect growing zones and time. While in planning mode, you can place and scale any icon. We recommend you follow the red warnings where icons are too close because they will disappear when entering live mode. When you click over to Live Mode, you will notice some icons disappearing. They are not gone. They only display in its growing period based on your zone. There is a list of months on the top of your screen. You can click on the month to see how your garden will progress each month. You will also notice on the left, many icons now have red warning boxes notifying you if that plant can or cannot grow on the month you have selected. When you complete your design, feel free to print your garden and the growing calendar. You can make changes at any time to accurately reflect your garden or create new plans to track your garden's progress through the years. Most of all, have fun. Hortisketch can also be a creative outlet for you to design and create many garden designs and ideas before you finally settle on the one design to go plant outside. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to email us at info@gardensavvy.com. And if you are enjoying Hortisketch, don't forget to recommend it to your friends and family. We really appreciate it.